Watoto tumezaa tuna wote yale, tulipanga mimi na wewe milele, lakini nini unanichanganya. Maisha wote wawili tulipanga, shida ni nyingi hatujakusana. Haingekuwa hivyo, unapenda upendi, mpenzi tuachane na hilo. Unaniumiza sana, ninateseka ndani moyoni, mimi nauma. I got to go, kangende, I let you go, sitaweza. Nimesubiria sana, utaki change na wana umeshindwa kubadilisha. I got to go, kangupowe, I let you go, mukwano. Unaniumiza sana, ninateseka ndani moyoni, mimi nauma. I got to go, kangende, I let you go, sitaweza. Nimesubiria sana, utaki change na wana umeshindwa kubadilisha. I got to go, kangupowe, I let you go, mukwano. Kinibati, unayempenda sana, popote alipo, haitweza beli. Atakula za mtu, anakula zake zipo. Nipe changu nami nikupe chako, kama unipendi hilo ni pako. We got a lot of issues to settle, pamoja twende mseto. Love me baby, I will love you back. Scratch my back, I will scratch your back. Not this way, unapenda upendi. Unaniumiza sana, ninateseka ndani moyoni, mimi nauma. I got to go, kangende, I let you go, sitaweza. Nimesubiria sana, utaki change na wana umeshindwa kubadilisha. I got to go, kangupowe, I let you go, mukwano. Unaniumiza sana, ninateseka ndani moyoni, mimi nauma. I got to go, kangende, I let you go, sitaweza. Nimesubiria sana, utaki change na wana umeshindwa kubadilisha. I got to go, kangupowe, I let you go, mukwano nunya. Tuliamua tuwe together, mimi na wewe tuwe forever. Ni yetu, mimi na wewe na watoto wetu. Tupambane shida zote za nyumbani tusimalize now. Girl, every woman for a man, love me and love you back and that's what I want. Girl, it's another tune that me sing about a tune and this one girl. Girl, never worry about it, every time you come up and sweet it. This man, Bunny man, I'm music and unaniumiza sana, ninateseka ndani moyoni, mimi nauma. I got to go, kangende, I let you go, sitaweza. Nimesubiria sana, utaki change na wana umeshindwa kubadilisha. I got to go, kangupowe, I let you go, mukwano. Unaniumiza sana, ninateseka ndani moyoni, mimi nauma. I got to go, kangende, I let you go, sitaweza. Nimesubiria sana, utaki change na wana umeshindwa kubadilisha. I got to go, kangupowe, I let you go, mukwano.
Welcome on the official news outlet of the Liberia Public Radio.com, LPL. Welcome on the official news outlet of the Liberia Public Radio.com, LPR.
Good evening, folks. Sam Sinto, LIBERIA Public Radio. Again, we're going to be here again having fun. We say thank you very much for tuning in to LIBERIA Public Radio. We're going to have fun here tonight, and there's no question asked. We are going to have fun. So we say stay with us as we do the best here this evening. Sam Sinto, LIBERIA Public Radio. Okay, we want to welcome all of you again tonight and say please. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful show here tonight. We are going to be looking at a situation that is happening in Liberia. For some reason, some of us are getting confused. I'll be very honest with you. Some of us are getting confused as to what exactly is happening in that country. But then again, you say, well, is Liberia is going to be run on Facebook? Who are we? Those of us that consider ourselves radio. Those of us that consider ourselves, just bear with me, folks. I think I'm having some echo here. Just bear with me here as we try to settle this echo issue. Okay, all right, it's not there. So where is it? Okay, okay. Can you still hear me? Yes. All right. I'm not too sure where the echo is coming from again tonight, but we will. Can you hear me? Yes, I think. And the echo that is coming in, we don't know where, but we're working on it. Can you hear me? Yes, I think so. All right. I think the echo is going down, but we're working on it. We're working on it. Okay. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm not too sure why am I getting this echo again tonight, but let's check. Let's check something. I really want to know myself because I can hear it, so I want to know exactly why am I getting. Okay, it's only one side, so there shouldn't be. Okay, folks, Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again tonight for joining LPR here. Then we're gonna have fun, as I stated, and there's no question we will continue to have fun. Yes. Okay. I think we have that under control. I hope we have it under control. Okay. No, not there. All right, it's here. Okay, folks. We're just having it together here with you here tonight. We're going to be having first announcement that I want to make here on a very serious note. First announcement tomorrow morning, or tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow noontime around your area in the East Coast. I'm going to be hosting Mr. J.J. Dennis, who we have started hosting since Wednesday. And every time, in fact, since Monday, and every time we come on, we can't get him. So we have made some ironclad, real tight arrangement for tomorrow, and Mr. JJ will be our guest here tomorrow. So those of you that have interest in the Boston District well-being, and those of you that participating in the Boston upcoming convention, they're not only participant, but anybody that have interest in what is going on in Boston District, Grand Juda County, Republic of Liberia, West Africa, that is, you tune in tomorrow and you will be able to hear the president of the district speaking to his people as well. Okay. Folks, before we do anything else as usual, this particular practice of mine is not going to go away. We're going to be doing it for a very long time. And so here now, again, let's see. This is Dr. Weah, the President of the Republic of Liberia. And what am I doing now? Okay, let's see. This is Dr. Weah, like I said, President of the Republic of Liberia, except I'm not able to get him on yet. But I'm going to be rocking the show here tonight. There's no question asked. Okay. I do these things so you know that we're not just putting these things together and say, Blue, we'll bring it up. No, we do it right before you so you can see the importance of LPR and what we do here behind the scene. Now, usually CNN and the rest of the crew, they pay thousands of dollars for their people to work in the green room and all that kind of good stuff. Here, I work in my own green room. Here, I do my own editing. Here, I do my. That's why before I come on air, it takes some time to come on air because you got to prepare your lecture and what have you, everything else. So you see, we got monitor. We got 1, 2, 3 monitor, 4 monitor actually, and then the laptop here became about 5 monitor, to be honest with you. So I can see myself all over, and whatever the area, whatever side that I know is not good, I try to fix that. I'm just telling you. Okay. Let's go on. Let's go on, folks. Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. That's Dr. Weah. And let's go back to Dr. Weah in the process of during the election, Dr. Weah in the mud. And this particular video tonight, my topic is very important and is tied into this video of Dr. Weah walking in the mud. And I think those of us that really, really admire this young man doing things for Liberia, just as he almost went down, we're losing our footing as well. We're losing our bearing. The bearing that we had, which is the focus on Dr. Weah and his capability to lead us, is the folks, this thing we have to try to bring it back to the center, because this thing is getting away from us. To be honest with you, it's getting away from us. Let me play this.
Okay, all right. Let's make sure you do that same thing for you can hold. No, I beg you.
I go
Folks, that's Dr. Weir during the election. I bet if that was Samson too, I would have been on my butt, on my fanny, in the mud. Somebody's watching us from Zwedru. Oh my goodness. I say good evening to you, Mr. What? Okay. Emmanuel, good evening. Good evening. We say thank you all the way from Zwedru. Oh, how I love to. Betty, yes. The wind that is blowing from Baswa area over the blowing towards me right now from Zwedru. I love it. I love the wind. Folks, just enjoy yourself. Help is on the way. We will be having a new senator very shortly. And the new senator will give you the kinds of help that you need. Because he is very much focused on the developmental agenda of Zwedru. So he's coming. He's on his way. I'll not tell you who, but he's on his way. But anyway, let's go on, folks. We have some serious issue here tonight that I want to touch on. Okay. I just show you, but before I do that, why not? This is Friday evening. Let's watch Nathaniel Cry dance again for us this evening. Let's see. And I'm going to challenge him in Iowa. Let's see. He said he can dance. I will challenge him in Iowa. Tell him when somebody, if you see Nathaniel Cry say Samson to say, he's going to challenge you in Iowa. Let's watch.
Flock it!
Tell Nat, folks, on a serious note, your tell Nat, let me frighten Nat this evening. Your tell Nat, I'm coming to Iowa. I will challenge you on the floor. And here's the thing I'm going to challenge Anawe. $50 in the comfort of Boston District. If he wins me, and the people agree that he wins, I'll give $50. If I win, I'll still give $50, but you'll give me back my $50 right away. How is that? And I'm just telling you guys right now. So hold that thought. Hold that thought. On a very serious note, folks, we're going to be meeting over there in Iowa to have a Boston District Convention. And some serious things are happening under the leadership of Mr. J.J. Dennett. The school building is being built. And we will question him tomorrow. We will seriously have some serious questions about the school and whatever it is. And I've already told him, even though he's my little brother, but I'm not going to go with family line tomorrow once he come on air. I will question him on an issue that is affecting our people. And what is his thought? I mean, what is his thinking on those kinds of stuff? What are some of the things that he have to come out and tell his people that this is what I'm going to be doing? So watch out tomorrow. Samson to LeBron Public. Let me go fast to my topic here tonight, folks. Let me go fast to my topic here tonight, folks. This is the story that I read sometime today. I think it was early this morning when I read this thing. What is happening in Liberia? What is happening in Liberia, folks? This is a very sad situation. Okay? And the story off of Front Page again, folks. Front Page has been doing wonderful, wonderful thing for us, to be honest with you. And people want to say, oh, Front Page, they just there to serve. No. If I were a member of the government, I would take the Front Page to be my friend. The judges are angry. No money. They have not taken pay in 3 months. What's going on? Why is the judges have not taken pay in 3 months? This is another branch of government. Are we also saying that the executive have not taken pay in 3 months? Are we also saying that the legislature have not taken pay in 3 months? Then what happened? Where is the money? Folks, things are hard in Liberia. The confusion that I have with this is this. If you go on Facebook, as it seems to me that the government of Liberia, their policy and their developmental agenda is being run on Facebook. So if you want to know what the government is doing, just go on Facebook. You will find out quickly. Dr. We are in the last 2-3 weeks have dedicated two market buildings, and also dedicated some factory open. They don't have the money, but they have money to do these things. I saw another one again where people were building mattresses. I believe it's the government, and according to Dr. Ware, was $20-point-something million that was spent for that project. And he's also spent some money in Sasstown. Yeah. The judges in the Republic of Liberia have not taken pay in 3 months. And we're going to now, and they have the right to do that, celebrate the achievement of Dr. Weah, where he has gone on air and say, I'm not just a talker, I'm a doer, I'm a record breaker. But the judges honor his leadership. The other branches honor his leadership because he controlled the purse, it seemed like. The executive, I'm getting paid, I'm not too sure. But the judges are not getting paid. So the confusion that I have is, how is this possible that they continue to have these celebrations of they are doing wonderful thing they're doing in the country, and yet still things are hard in Liberia? You call Monroe right now and talk about relatives. Talk to any relatives that you have, and they will tell you things are hard. So is this certain group of citizens that are doing well, and the other group are just there not doing nothing? Why is it? Why is it that the judges are not have not gotten paid in 3 months? Let's read the story as usual. Instead of just, oh, Natural Cry, I'm challenging you, my man. I'm taking you all the way to Iowa. So be ready. But let me read the story. Judges of the circuit court have reported not received their salary for the past 3 months, thereby constraining them to express concern about the challenges that are likely to hamper the disposition of justice. Huh? You don't get paid? So if somebody takes something to court, you will not run a decision if something to is right, or even if something to take somebody to court, but because you don't got money, you will not talk about that one. These are not decent things to happen. Okay? These are things residual. These are things that what you consider the army people say casualty. They have a specific word. The word escapes me right now. Okay? Sidebar. I will just call it sidebar. These are not the actual people that's supposed to be having these kinds of stuff. Okay? These are people that's supposed to be at the vanguard of taking the country to another level. They have not gotten paid. And yet we see Dr. Weir, his people, well dressed, and they have the right to do that because they have their own money. I don't say they take government money, far from it. People got their own money. Because I have not seen any kinds of judgment from the court to say they took government, so I'm not going to make that kind of judgment here either. But there are people that have not gotten paid. The exchange rate in Liberia continues to be difficult to be handled by the government. And to make things worse, seditions, the hierarchy of CDC, are now threatening to get rid of people from those offices and occupy those offices by sedition. What's going on, my people? What's going on? We can't run this government, and you cannot run this government on Facebook. What's going on? It's a very, very deep situation we have here right now. So the question is, what exactly is happening? On one phase, we have people jubilating, dancing, carrying mattresses from one point to another, claiming that the government is doing something for these people in New Town, which is wonderful. But on the other hand, the judges have not gotten paid in 3 months. So the other question is, if there's no money to pay the judges, where's the money coming from to carry on these functions of celebrating for a building? I know perhaps they were done a long time ago when they have money. That's fine. But these are kinds of things that when they start happening, the government of the Republic of Liberia, under Dr. Weir, must take to the airway himself, have a conversation with the nation, and tell the people the truth. We don't have money. Even if people don't understand how money is, government money is supposed to be generated in the country. Some of these people are not refused. Some of these companies are not paying their bills. Because how would they even pay a bill when they don't even have money coming in from the contract they have with the government? So you see, this thing is in circle. If the company that's supposed to pay a huge amount of taxes to the government, but the company have not received pay from the government for work which they have already performed, how is it that you expect this company to pay the taxes? These are things that if we're not careful, they're going to be very, very difficult for all of us. And I'm saying here again tonight, the government of the Republic of Liberia should look within itself. There are certain people that are not performing. You cannot tell me, yes, you know, it's okay to state that Madam Salih, when she was in power, she had a goodwill to the government, to the international community. So what happened to Dr. Weir, who used to be a peace ambassador? Dr. Weir, one of the things people gravitated towards him because he had connections. Why is the investor are not pouring into the country? What happened to those guys? The guy that came from Australia and the other one from Dubai the other day, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. What's the news? What's going on? What is really happening? Folks, we need to find these things out to see exactly what the problem is. Let me go to another topic here, and I'll come back to this one. According to the story, okay, back in June, I did this topic, and I didn't go that far, but I want to deep into it here tonight. Okay, back in June, IMF sent people in Liberia to look at the situation in Liberia because they want to help Liberia. But do you know in June we had a serious scandal? Map out. The man who was responsible for the map out, he's still there. And I also told you that the IMF and any other international community that are doing business with Liberia, they're not going to choose your finance minister. Whoever you put before them, they will work with that person. But they will be very careful what kinds of help they give. We've been reading lately, Liberia is trying to get secure loan here and there. We have not seen any kinds of things that have seriously materialized. Maybe it did. I just have not seen it. Let me read this. Okay. On May 31st, 2019, the Executive Board of the International Monetary Fund concluded Article 5 consultation with Liberia. Okay? Let me make it, because my eye can't see that far, folks. Just bear with me. All right. Liberia remain, according to the article, Liberia remain fragile post-conflict country with weak capacity and limited physical and human capital accumulation. This is report from IMF. Okay. External assistance to Liberia is winding down from its peak in 2016. I feel bad for this government. IMF itself know very well that things are not supposed to be the way they are. Things are going downhill. And they just stated that here. To address pressing need, the government launches its pro-poor agenda for prosperity and development. And IMF loved that. I too love that. Focusing on physical and human capital accumulation, policy on certainty and slippage, however, impose a significant toll on the economy over the past 2 years. People are supposed to know these things. Let me read on. Okay? Particularly higher physical deficit and accommodative monetary policy have led to rapid depreciation of the Liberian dollar and increased inflation, eroding the purchasing power of the poor. Samuel 12 must go. There's no question asked. Samuel 12 should know all these things. And what is he doing to ratify these kinds of stuff? Nothing. The purchasing power, according to IMF, purchasing power of the poor is not there. Worst of all, who usually get all of the contracts in Liberia? You heard the situation with the cocoa farmers and the Lebanese seller here the last time, where the government of Republic of Liberia have decided that they're going to pick a specific person to be the person to sell cocoa to the international community. So every other farmer in Liberia will sell their cocoa to this one person, and that person will sell whatever price he wants from the Liberian. That's what he's going to give, because you got no other competition. And these people are educated. These people know exactly what to do for that country to move. How in the world would you allow one person to sell cocoa in Liberia. So all the farmers in Liberia, he controls the price. He sets the price. And if you say no, you go buy somewhere else because there's no competition. The purchasing power of the people of the Republic of Liberia is going down. This thing, if Monrovia, I say again, people, Monrovia is not Liberia. The people in the countryside, once they start feeling the heat, and they're feeling the heat right now, politics is interest. Once the people outside of Monrovia start losing interest in your government, Dr. Weah, we're going to have issues. Samuel Twe is not performing to the maximum. I don't know why. Let's get somebody who perhaps will bring you in, you will bring in, and that person will try to turn the thing around. It's not turning around. It's not turning around. You can't continue to do the same thing over the last time I saw Samuel Twe and Minister Basom Fanica dancing, jumping over something. I don't know what they were jumping over. But this thing have to end. You have to stop and start all over if you can. The time is still on your side. Liberian people, I don't believe will continue to live like this for the next 2-3 years. Please. You don't want to give the opposition ammunition that they will use against you. Listen to the voices of the people. Not those who come in when you're taking mattresses, when you're going somewhere, it's raining, you're going somewhere, the people sick. That's not, Monrovia is not Liberia. Look at the election you just had recently. If that is not a sign to tell you that people are not happy, and for some reason nothing is being done, fire somebody if the person don't want to resign. Fire Samuel Twe if he doesn't want to resign. If Samuel Twe continue to use the friendship and the respect you have for you, if you continue to use that, not in a positive way, but to sit there and let your legacy tomorrow go down the drain, Samuel Twe must go. He's not the only friend. Dr. Weah, you have had so many friends, and so many friends have left you, and you're still there. I have stated this over and over. Samuel Twe must use the manpower that he has to say, Dr. Weah, things are not going well. I will stay behind. I can still consult with you. Because you trust me, I trust you. I believe in you. I will work with you. But things are not going. Get somebody else on here. What exactly that they're supposed to do to turn that thing around? I don't know. But Samuel Twe should be man enough to say, I'm going to get out of the way. Bring somebody in. I will help that person and work with them. Let me read on. Because these things are very interesting. These are things that come from the international community. IMF. And people who want to do business with Liberia, they go and read this report. You're asking people to invest their money, their hard-earned money into a country. You think they're going to do it for nothing? They want something in return. Some of the people, they depend, the shareholder depend on them to make money so they can get good dividend. But you expect people to come and invest in Liberia, pour money in Liberia, knowing fully well they're not going to get nothing back. Because first of all, they go and read these things. And the report here is not sitting well. Let me read. The near and midterm outlook on the baseline scenario is challenging. Growth is projected to slow further to about 0.4% in 2019 and remain below 2% into the midterm. In the baseline scenario, the authorities face the possibility of a forced, abrupt adjustment when domestic and external financing options are exaggerated. Okay? when these options they exhausted, where you gonna go? And IMF is giving you a roadmap to say these are the things, because that's what they do every day. And they're telling you these are the things, the next, looking in the future, this is what will happen if you guys don't put things together. So they came out and talked to you people about the wage bill. Out of a sudden, because the CDC win the by-election in most around country, they dump the wage bill business. They want to fire people and bring more people in, so people will vote for them next time. Does it make economically? Does it make sense? You don't even have the money to pay judges. They're going to bring more people in. How are you going to pay them? And these are things you people supposed to know. Be honest with your supporters. Have a press conference. Come and talk to the nation. You, even as young as you are, but you are the father of the nation. So all lady in total depend on you as their father. Not only are you supposed to take care of people in Monroe, but you're supposed to take care of people in Grand Jide, Nimba County, Bon County, Lofak, all 15 counties in Monrovia. I mean, in Liberia. You're supposed to be there for them. The economy is getting away from you fast. Yeah, you can go right now and dedicate these markets buildings and this stuff, pump here and pump there. Like, are we supposed to be? You're BC, right, my people? Are we supposed to be celebrating hand pump in Liberia? Hand pump, water count. Is that the kind of celebration you're supposed to be going for? Or Mark Cafe is supposed to be supplying the city of Monrovia? What's going on? Why aren't you having meeting with all these people? You'll go for the retreat, a whole week retreat. And ask these people, what happened? What's going on? Ministry of Education, look at the children stranded over there in Morocco. What's going on? The judges have not gotten paid. The Chief Justice is not making comment. What's going on? Politics is about interest. And this kinds of stuff is somebody, Dr. We have you of all people. You shouldn't be having these kinds of problems, educated or not. Because as far as some, and that's why Henry Costa was telling some of us the other day, you cannot expect this man who is a football genius and think that he's going to transfer that genius behavior onto the political scene. It's not the scene. And I said they're wrong. Because you used to exhibit leadership on the football field. That quality of leadership, even though it was applied to a round thing, but the same ideas of how to lead and how to win is in you. You can demonstrate that for all of us. But I keep saying that when you were playing ball, man, you have supporters on the field, supporting staff. You said it last time. When the people give me the ball, all I want to do is score. Who giving you the ball right now, Chief? Who in your defense? Who in the back line that's supposed to give you the economic ball that for you to score for us? Who? I don't see anybody. And those who been making big mouth. Oh, we can do this, we can do that. I don't see them giving you the ball. So here's what you might have most likely continue to, and you're doing it now. Like on one of your videos where you went way in the back to get ball from the number 5. And you brought it and scored a goal all by yourself. That's not football. That's brute force. You can't do that here. It takes people supporting staff for this country to move forward. We're not getting it. We're not getting it. And the international community is not going to pour money in our country knowing fully well that some people around you are not quite ready. Let me just lay out how it is. Those of you that are supporters and not supporters, so you will understand. When they came in, what they started with? They started with Chinese people going to borrow up money. There's a guy from Burkina Faso going to give us money and build road, coastal road. That all something to were talking about. I started showing, because as an engineer, I know these things. I started showing video of coastal road, how you can build best coastal road and everything else. We're not even talking about it anymore. They came up. Oh, we can get ship down at the free port and supply the whole city with electricity from the ship. Because these people, every time they go try to find something, the reason why they're not being successful, because first of all, they are not sincere. And so when they bring this idea to you, without being sincere with you, without being truthful with you, anything that is faulty, it will always fall apart. Because it does not stand on truth. So the people come to you and bring the ideas that they're in it for themselves. And when Liberians start questioning, you yourself say, but wait a minute, people talking about it, what happened? When you start looking at it, nothing good coming out. So the Chinese people money, we ain't get it. The guy from Burkina Faso, we ain't get it. The light that's supposed to come to the free port, we ain't get it. Blue, 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 they jump up. We want to do the fishery. We'll bring people from Senegal to control and manage the fishery in this country. We'll make money. Every time they do these things, the fact that they are in power, they don't care about the next person. Forgetting to know that Liberians will challenge these things. If they are not in their interest, they will challenge it. You can force it on them, but they will express themselves. In the fishery organization, once they start day in, day out on Karen Costa show, what happened? The fishery people say, they think you're too much. Your care of fee. Like, bro, your care of fee will go somewhere else. Because why? On a very serious note, they were not sincere. Because they were sincere, knowing full well that they have fishery organization in Liberia. You get these people involved. And when you do that, explanation, the people ask questions, you answer questions. There will be people that will doubt you still, but the fact that you continue to have the dialogue between you and this group, there will be some people within that group say, well, wait a minute, you're saying the people lying, but look at the kind of question they're answering. You're not giving them the chance, but you haven't talked to nobody. But because you're in power and you have the authority to make the rules, you want to force it on people. That fishery business went downhill. What's going on? Why is it that we're not getting anywhere? They decided they're going to do map out. I'm not even going to talk about the $16 billion because according to the report, $16 billion, they say nobody took it. But they say they're going to do map out. You, the captain, Samuel 12 must go. He's a decent human being. I'm not questioning his character, but I feel that he's not performing. He must leave. You came out. You're the captain of the team. Then you say, I'm not making any rule. I didn't tell them what to do. You $25 million US. And you're saying there's no rule. You're just going to give it to the bank? And you're supposed to be the captain of this team? Even here, the Babati organization we got here in the United States, the Liberian organization, whenever they have a leadership, before they do anything, most of the time, I say most of the time, please don't hold me to that. Most of the time, they have meetings. And the leaders say, this is what we're going to do, and have argument. I give you an example. I will use myself as an example. I used to serve Honor Mantakana, who is one of the female leader of Grand Judea Association, wonderful leader. I used to serve under her as a how do you call it, education committee chair. I did a wonderful job, by the way. I was the first person to do training. I put a lecture, I put a training section. Anybody want to dispute that? I'll play the video. Don't dispute it. But anyway, on a very serious, but seriously, I did that. But when we go to meeting, say, okay, what do you guys? Who's doing what? I'm doing this. Okay, the training that I put up, I asked the administration to give me a certain amount of money. They said, we ain't got money. That's not what Grand people elected us for. I explained to them the importance of trying to have the leadership training, so that the future leaders will have some idea how to run organization, how to do money business and things like that. They said, no, I had to pay my own way because I wanted it to be successful. The people money they were protecting, that was not their own money. The administration felt that it was not the time for, even though I know that it's good, but the administration, majority of the people felt that it was not the time. But by that time, I've already made an arrangement, invited people to come and speak. I can't back down on it. So I went. The consultation was there. If you're in this government and if you're not having some successful business going on, leave. This is not I don't call it village. This is not private institution. You're not the only Liberian in Liberia. You're not the only smart Liberian on ground. If you can't make a move, let somebody come in and try. Why do you want to stay when you know you can't make it? Why you want to force it on us? And have Liberian every day on Facebook crying, complaining, cussing, because people are suffering. What you probably don't understand is this. Most of the people, they have relatives in Liberia calling for money. When you get paid in this place here, you got a light bill. And let me just tell you something that some people most likely in Liberia don't know. You got light bill. You got heat bill. You got phone bill. You got TV bill. Then you got the mortgage. And then you have homeowner association. Then the government taking 50% of what you make as their taxes. Then the state take money. Then the city take money. By the time they're done with your money, you don't get enough. But yet still, you're going to send money back home. Then when they come here, some of them will, you've been here all these years, what have you done? You don't understand it, but then when they get here and start walking, they say, when somebody call them, I will not call me, I know somebody. You know the kind of password they put on their phone? When you call their phone, the people asking you to call their mom, their grandma, their grandpa, about 4 parents when you call before you can even reach to them for you to leave message. But on these things happen, but on a very serious note, my people, we face these things here. Nobody expects Dr. Weir to fix this thing overnight. Far from it. Far from it. He didn't make these things. They were there when he came in. But once you take the responsibility to say, somebody was on air the last time to say, I'm going to marry the old lady. The old lady got plenty of children. You married that old lady, all the children that you're children now. You can say, I married a woman, but I want to deal with the children, or I want to deal with a woman, mattress business. The woman ain't got mattress, that's not my problem. No, it doesn't work like that. You can't say you married a woman, you want a woman to cook the fufu and the domo, everything you will eat, but you will not put anything back in there. Where in Liberia we do that kind of thing? We don't do that kind of thing, my man. This is not the way to go, my brothers and sisters. Let me read. I want you guys to go Google IMF and Liberia. What I'm reading here, it's nothing secret. It said IMF Executive Board conclude 2019 Article 5 consultation with Liberia. That's the title. But let me read on. Okay. So, okay. An alternative after they exhausted the option. An alternative reform scenario is therefore presented as a more viable alternative in which growth weakens somewhat in the near term due to proactive fiscal and monetary tightening. It ain't happening in Liberia. But pick up significantly over the midterm to exceed 5% by 2024. Long time from now. But if you prepare for us, if you prepare the country, we will succeed. We will succeed. Look at Sir Joseph, Senator, saying the president gave him mandate to fire people. What kind of violation of constitution is that? You senator, another branch of government, then the president, executive. You think Liberian people are stupid? You just heard Dana Yah here the other day, young man, as writing about the Constitution. Continue to educate people about the Constitution. Then you're going to come to us as though none of us know anything about the Constitution. The president gave me mandate. You senator, the other branch of government, then the president taking his executive power and giving it to you. Is that what you want us to believe? Is it because you guys CDC, you don't care for the rule and law? You just do whatever you want to do? These are not nice things to do to your people. If you want somebody to be fired, you go to civil service agency and explain yourself. This person is not performing. And as a senator, you bring the civil service in front of you and you question the person. Why is it you keeping Samson Toe in a position when you know very well Samson Toe is not performing? But you know what happened according to the article? The guy who he wanted replaced, they had 11 new people. This is true story. They had 11 new people. What they are the more medicine, they import medicine in Liberia. So this man is saying, if you're going to import medicine for our people, the medicine must be up to date. You can't bring no fake medicine in this country and expect us to let it go through. So he was very tough on them. Blue, just like you. And that's what, folks, what I'm just telling you right now is one of the reasons why Samson Toe engineer continue to stay here in California. I'm not going to go home right away. Because you do these things, when I go, because engineering is a judgment thing. But at the end, the main thing that you do as an engineer is safety. Is safety. And what sometimes safety requires, in order for you to produce something that is safe, it requires a huge amount of money and commitment. And so my thing, if I leave from here and go to Liberia and say I want to work and go to work, if I put a road down, I want to make sure first of all, the road is safe to drive on. I don't want anybody to die on my road. And all of the safety feature, I will put them in. Now, here in the United States, not every road you see out there, they're saved. They have what they call design exception. They got criteria on all of the design procedures. But there are certain aspects of the procedure that you can't meet. And then you go and explain to them that you want design exception. And in the process of design exception, first you have to maintain the safety. Why are you asking that you can't meet this particular criteria? And if you can't meet it, what else are you contributing that will be a safety more than what it is now? You have to defend yourself. Here's this guy here. They won't fire him because he's telling the Lebanese, you can't bring bad drugs in this place here for us to sell. We will not do it. and blue. They ran, but they went over and told Sergeant, said, "Oh, yeah, the man, why you want to do? The man gonna be gone, man. He not CDC man anyway." And the president man did at me. President, Sir Joseph should have been called in front of his peers and seriously question him. You remember what happened here when Ronald Reagan got shot? There was a secretary here they called Alexander Hay. And Ronald Reagan was in the hospital, and all of the ministers, most of the cabinet ministers were at the secretary were at the White House. And George Bush, who was then the vice president, was out of town on his way. And they asked a question, simple question. So, gentlemen, who's in charge right now? And this is an honest answer. But he never thought of the constitutional implication. He never thought of that. He said, as I think right now, in the White House, I am. Because he was the Secretary of State. Well, sir, Secretary of State. First, when the president not there, the vice president. Then they go to speaker. They go all around before they come to you. But he claimed that. And that never escaped Alexander Hill until, I don't know whether he's still alive. I think he's dead now. But that's always part of the footnote about him when it comes to history. So you can't be senator and say the president dedicated certain aspect of his executive for me to carry on. You're doing two jobs. When I in Africa, what sense when a senator be carrying on a functioning of an executive? But what happened to Sir Joseph? He didn't expect that. See, he didn't think that young Liberians were sophisticated enough to notice that. And when they noticed it, boom, they put fire on him. George, we have got to backtrack. Look up, backtrack. And told him, man, nobody speak for us anymore. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that there must be somebody or grown up in the room by now. The international community, not that they don't have goodwill for Liberia, they know Liberians are suffering. And they have a vast interest in Liberia because they know you got Sierra Leone, you got Guinea, you got Ivory Coast. And all three of these countries have had problems by themselves before. So Liberia, if Liberia is not strengthened and any kinds of foolishness happen over, it's going to spill over. They know that. So they have interest. But you must present yourself as somebody who, when they give money, you will be able to manage the money properly. And the international community decided they were going to offer help. Did we not read the last time that the international community, especially IMF, was going to send team and see how they can work with the people, how to get this thing go? What happened to that? What I suspect is this. Samuel Twer cannot function on this position. Let him go. Let me say again, the international community, you put something to who ain't got no idea. He not even man, he know nothing. You put me there right now and say, John, we are saying, something to here, he's our finance minister, they will deal with me. I got no clue. But they will deal with me. Because why? They can say, oh, but the man, you know anything about finance, why you bringing it? They will not question. These are the kinds of stuff we continue to face, folks. Let me read on. Okay. The executive, and okay, let me go on. The executive directors noted that Liberia is facing major economic challenges and welcomed the authorities' effort to bolster microeconomic stability. Director emphasized that steadfast and subsequent policy and structural reform are essential to enhance microeconomic stability and promote higher, sustainable, and inclusive growth. The growth in the country must be inclusive. They told us from the beginning why they say it's not being inclusive. Let me read that part. Where is it? Okay, I can't find out right now, but they said the poor people in Liberia do not have the money to their purchasing power that were going down. Okay. They welcome the authority pro-poor agenda, and that's what I love. They love, just like me. IMF also love the pro-poor agenda. Folks, I'm telling you, if you have time, try and read our pro-poor agenda. If you're opposition, you read our pro-poor agenda, you will go on your knee every day and pray to God that Dr. Weah and people don't pick up that pro-poor agenda anymore. It must stay on the bear. They must not talk about it. Because that pro-poor agenda, if they decide to implement, not all of it, forget it. Let them just try to implement half of it. You will not be able to stand CDC. CDC, well, they don't even need to campaign. The pro-poor agenda, if they carry out those policies that is in the pro-poor agenda, they don't need to campaign for any position. Anytime election come up, as soon as you stand up, you say, I'm a CDC, they say you got a job. But they're not even touching the pro-poor agenda. They're not even discussing the pro-poor agenda. They think the pro-poor agenda, most of them, oh, we'll go buy a market building, that pro-poor agenda. Oh, we put quota down. That's not all it is. Let's look into this thing a little bit. Who are the contractors that did this market building? Who are the contractor, major contractor responsible for the road that is being built on this pro-poor agenda? Most of them, Lebanese. I got nothing against Lebanese. Some of the Lebanese in Liberia, they must have about the same age. They were born there in Liberia, except they're not black. But they are just as Liberian as any other person. However, these people take the money, high currency, and take it back to Lebanon. They don't stay in Liberia, build buildings and build markets building and fix roads. They don't do that. They take that money, the contract they get, they take that money and go. They started doing that thing from the 70s until civil war in Beirut. If you are to see Beirut, you are going to think that New York. Because that's how they do it. I'm not saying they shouldn't have contract, but why is it when Dr. Weah told us that Liberians would not be spectators in their own country? But most of the contracts nowadays have been given to Lebanese. I'm in the engineering business. People begging me every day to do their role, so I know what I'm talking about. You wanna push me around? But I'm not gonna say Nemo. Some of the work that I'm doing here is Liberian subcontracting from the Lebanese. The Lebanese are the prime. The Liberians are the subcontractors. Where it should have been the other way around. But then you say, but the Liberians don't have to be. How they will get money? Look at this thing. The same thing here, they do it here. You go look for a job, you just got out of college, you go, oh, we're looking for 5-year experience. I'm not going to get 5-year experience. Why even get 1 job yet? Give me job first. Let me do that way. Then from there, I can get 5-year experience. It's the same thing in Liberia. They say they're looking for money. Somebody who would do the job. Okay? But not like that. Liberians are the subcontractors. The other stuff I'm going to be starting next week. I'm not doing it with money. I told the I don't want money. I told the people, even the Lebanese man myself, but I told people, I don't want money. I will do it. Because why? I want to make sure that one day when I go to Monrovia, that I walk those streets. Here in the United States, all of these things that I'm doing here, who from Total will walk in one of these design street or road that I put down? Nobody. And as an engineer, you want people to see your job. It's not so much of the money, but the pride. The idea, you sit down, you put things together through your mind. This road here, I'm going to put it here, and I'll do this, I'll do this. At the end, when it comes to life, when it's done, you want people to say, yes, Samson Toad did this. But who among the total people that live here in America, which one will go to Eureka to go see the bridge job that I did over there? Nobody. Which one of the total people here that live in America that will go to Boonville to see the wall, the whole land was slide on the highway. They gotta close the highway down. I gotta come in and tell the people, okay, we're gonna put a wall here. Take the dirt out of there and fix that section of the road. And people are driving on it right now. Who's gonna see it? Nobody. So if I'm doing these things, I want to do it free, because I'm anxious to do it, so that if I go home and be able to walk on these streets, I'll feel happy. That's all it is. But let me go back to the reason why I'm not in Liberia right now. It's the same situation with Sir Joseph and this guy, the guy who they're trying to fire. Because when you make this decision in the interest of Liberia, then there are certain people who have no interest to see Liberia move forward. They want their own interest. So why, if I finish telling people you got to move, you're in the drive, you're in the right away of the state, and as your house is blocking the drainage system, this is the lowest spot that I have to put a drainage here for this whole area to be drained. And the person said, oh, you want me to bring my house there? I say, yeah, you're in the right away. Blue, 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 blue. They go to the senator. Senator called the minister. Because I don't want minister position anyway. Call the minister. Said, something to over there bothering the people. Bothering my constituents. What kind of business is that? They call me in the office. Something. Let the people go. But how am I going to do this when the drainage is out there? What find other place? Water don't go uphill. What part of it? You don't understand. This man's house, they got to move. No, you can't. I say, okay. Forget it. Take your job. I don't even want to create that kind of impression. Oh, something to about you could resign. I don't want that. I'm not going anywhere. These are the kinds of stuff that we have. And those who can perform are not being given the opportunity to work. Those who sing the praises are those that they continue to keep around. Samuel 12 must go. There is no question asked. Not that he's not educated, not that he's a bad person, but look at him, my people. What kinds of things that he has done for us? This is not a village. Tell me what Samuel 12. All of the things that I just enumerated, I gave you information. I gave you the example. The Chinese money, nothing came out of it. The guy from Burkina Faso, nothing. The light they were supposed to bring to the free port, nothing. The fishery that they're supposed to bring and take care of fish business in Liberia, nothing. Some more other stuff, nothing coming out of it. Then Samuel 12 himself got money from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, $25 million, that he himself was supposed to supervise, to make sure the map out is successful so that our people and sisters and brothers will not suffer. It was a good plan. But when the money came, he said, hey, y'all do what you have to do. You don't finish with nothing. Then when time came, he said, I'll get in the direction. The people have their own direction. Are you kidding me? And that's the man what has he done? The rate continued to go up. What has Samuel 12? What kinds of monetary policies Samuel 12 have put in place that we're benefiting from? Tell me, y'all tell me one thing. Y'all tell me now. Y'all tell me what Samuel 12 have done that require him to jump over it. Y'all tell me. Man, my people, man. Okay. So we will continue to bring this. Let me read the last paragraph, then I'll go back to the judges, folks. This is sad. This is sad. And the reason is, like I stated from the beginning, those of us that believe in this president and will continue to promote the pro-poor agenda, although they don't even talk about it anymore. They don't talk about it anymore. Because here's some of the things they're not talking about in our pro-poor agenda. One of the interesting things in our pro-poor agenda is this. And anybody that got hold of that pro-poor agenda, look for that particular part. the government was supposed to put in place a team, a technocrat. If you're a minister, you want certain things done in your ministry, you come to that group and defend the project. And if the group feel your project is not in the interest of the Liberian people, you're not going to get that money. And the group is not set up yet. Why? Because most of them feel that they're going to be infringing on their sovereignty, as though they are other country other than serving the Liberian people. If I know I got nothing to hide, I don't care. Even here in the United States as an engineer, every day I got to defend my project. I just did it again today. Every day. In the design business of roadway, when I'm done, because I don't know all, so I have to accept that. When I'm done, they call it peer review. Then the other engineers in my own area first, I finish, I give it to them. Then they take red. You know what? You know how degrading that is for somebody to take red pen and mark your stuff, because they think coming from your brain and somebody marking it. But you got to swallow your total pride. How can I pride? You come to do safety, you come from total. Well, it sounds like total play to sit down, man. But anyway, so the people come and take pen. Okay, Mr. This line here. What are you trying to do here? Then I explain to them the intent. By the time that project leave my desk, the contractor that's going to build it must be able to understand exactly what my thinking was. There should be no deviation. If the contractor decides to put something that I didn't put there, he's going to pay. But if I miss something that other people were supposed to look at and they didn't look at it because of my total pride, you know what's going to happen? CCO. Okay? You're going to be changing the contract, changing of different issues. They're gonna make money. I had a similar stuff on the project that I just told you about. They say slide. Okay, it's a big slide. Here in California, when it rains, you're not here, but a slide come and go on the road. So anyway, we did that, and I designed my wall and everything else. So I was done design, but the contractor has not gone out to do any work yet. So we send surveyor out there to make sure all of my slope, the way I say it's gonna be, he lay out everything. Samson too. When I was done, I started dancing. I came home, I grabbed my wife, we dancing. What happened, baby? What happened? I said, I did some good stuff again today. I'm happy. In the night, the rain came, it started raining. Guess what? Slide. The new slide, that's a different quantity of earth that has to be removed that I never calculated. That was not part of my calculation. The contractor have already got the job. All he has to do was just move in. When he got there, part of dirt. You call the designer? They called me. I drove there. It's okay. Unforced error, call it. I laughed now, but it's a very serious stuff. And the fact that that was not part of my calculation, I have to recalculate. And that's a different calculation and a different amount. Guess what? The first dirt that that we calculated, we was supposed to pay, I think it was $1.50 a cubic yard. This one, you know how much you want? $25 a cubic yard. You say no? You able to say no? We were at his mercy. We had a meeting. Said, okay, 25 too much. We start begging because we have no choice. This was not something that I knew was going to re-slide, was going to come down. Extra materials are fall on the road. Extra materials slide on the road that I wasn't anticipating. And he's going to have to move them. Of course, we settled for $18 a cubic yard. Folks, true story. So these things are not something that you just take for granted. If you can't perform, you leave. You don't fool around with these because people's lives are depending on it. The map-up exercise that Samuel Eto'o was supposed to have done, be in charge, he didn't perform that. Why do we still have him there? Samuel Eto'o should go somewhere else. If you can't perform, I have an article here where he and Dr. Formula was going at it at one time. And Dr. Formula told us long time ago, 2005, he said that Samuel Eto'o man can't produce nothing. He don't know nothing. I got the article here. But of course, some of us say, oh, they're fighting. That's why, no big deal. But Samuel Eto'o is proving Dr. Formula right now. Dr. Formula suggested to us, this man has no clue what history is. He has nothing, and therefore, since he doesn't know history, where we're coming from, he will not be able to deliver. But what he called Samuel Eto'o in his article? A man who hanging himself on a young professional soccer player and thinking he can move this country forward. This is the Samuel Eto'o that I'm talking about. And I thought perhaps this young man was going to prove himself and know that moving Liberia, if Almar Conan then can do it, myself I can do it too. If you can't move, get people, even if you don't want to resign, get people around you. But it doesn't seem to be in his character. This is a very sad thing for all of us as Liberian, my brothers and sisters. I enjoy it. I come here, it's Friday evening. I don't have to go anywhere. I can come here and stay hours and hours. If you want to watch me, that's fine. You don't want to watch. Those of you who want to go to bed, you go to bed. But that's not the issue. Why is it Liberians continue to go through this problem from time to time to time? You can't produce. It just doesn't make no sense. But here's the thing that's going to be a rude awakening that coming to CDC and Dr. Weah government. In as much as we love to see Dr. Weah to be successful, because this young man, he has done a lot for Liberia. And to me, as I'm saying it right now, there'll be some people, what they may know what he talk about. Liberia right now, as Mr. Dennis Yah said last night, Liberia right now, it's no middle. Either you for or you against. And those of us who consider ourselves middle ground, when we speak anything and praise a little bit, hey, you're not middle, we with them. As soon as you criticize, hey, you're not with us, you with them. So for me, I like a football player. I don't care, they play me in the football, that's fine. But that's not the issue. You know the rude awakening for Dr. Weah and his people? The economy is going to continue to go down. And sooner or later, you start turning to places like Africa or even Sierra Leone begging. Because if you don't have it, you're going to have to beg. Why? And we have all of these PhD. Even Professor Wilson Tappe. The man who, I'm not an economist, but the man used to teach me at GW Guessing. Maybe, I don't know, but I thought he was smart. Where are these people? What happened? What happened to the opposition? You want to wait until Liberia fails before you come out and say you want to leave? We will not forgive you if you're opposition. If you're holding tight to ideas that's supposed to move Liberia forward, but because Dr. Weah is in power, therefore you don't want to share that idea that will move Liberia forward. You want to wait until when Liberia fails, then you say, I told you also. Then the people bring, we will not forgive you. If you get the idea to move this country forward, come and join Dr. Weah and share the idea. Let him move the country forward. You can run against him later. Folks, does that not make sense? You say, but there are men in opposition. Let him keep it. Let him keep the idea that we are supposed to find one idea. Okay. So in the process, our brothers and sisters must suffer. They make us 6 years to stay. So if the Samuel Eto'o, they must stay there 6 years. They got nothing to offer. So the marital fund, the rate continue to go up. The inflation will soon be coming in. then we, the Liberian diaspora, continue to bear the brunt of the whole suffering in Liberia. Who is one of you among us here in the diaspora that will sit down here in America? You finish paying today, Friday. Oh, I bet you some of you just got paid today. Before you go to bed, you not visit Western Union once or twice. You have sent money before the end of the day. Tomorrow, most of you will go to Western Union or MoneyGram to send money. You see what I'm talking about? The little money that you're supposed to take your son, your children, your daughter will soon be going to college or already in college. Instead, you're going to send money to people back home, your cousin, your relative, your sisters, even your parents. You can't sit here for your people to, that's not our culture, for your people to suffer. And so when we're doing these things, yes, another thing they did the last time. You don't hear about it again after we finish talking about it, the three Liberian diaspora leadership came together and they said, that thing you're doing, when you start that, we'll talk to our people to block money. We'll not send money over there. They stopped that. They don't hear about the rule again. Remember they said they wanted to give Liberians, if you send money to your relative, they wanted to give your relative 100% Liberian dollar. Instead of 75%, they gave US now, and then they get 25% Liberian dollar. They want to do 100%. And Liberians in the diaspora got hold of it. And their leadership sent a strong warning to the government. We ain't hear anything about it, you know. Is that what we have, what we need to do every time? No, we have to trust the government to make some sound judgment. Who brought all that idea in the first place? Once again, lack of information and lack of transparency and lack of respect for other Liberians, giving them problems. That was a beautiful idea. But come to the diaspora that's sending money. What kind of, I say, my people, these people don't know what they're doing. The people who sending the money to Liberia, you come and consult with them. You got nothing to hide. If that money you are talking about, you're not going to put something in your pocket. If you're just free, you will come to Liberian diaspora. First, you go to Europe and meet with the Liberian leadership, Liberian diaspora leadership over there. So this is what the government planning to do. What is your idea? They will ask you, why are you planning this? And you explain yourself. Even if those of us that are not economists will understand through your explanation. After you finish nailing it down in Europe, you go to Australia. From there, you come to the United States. And people will respect you. The fact that you continue to do consultation, they will respect you. But you sit down over there in a hot, rainy season place over there, and the mosquito filter place over there, and then you sit down and then call and come out. You will take 100% of people's money and give it to them. For what reason? Then the person, oh, is that right? Is that right? Do you know how many days I work a day before I send money home? And you want to do that? You'll see what we'll do. They calm down straight. These are the kinds of problems we're facing in Liberia. Again, folks, Samson told Liberian Public Radio. I just thought that I'd read this thing here. Let me go back to this last topic the first topic that I started with, and let me go back to that. Then I'll open the line, and then if you have questions, give us a call. We'll take your call here as well. Okay. Yeah. What brought me to IMF and all of these stuff here tonight is this article. What the judges have not gotten paid in 3 months, and they're angry. If these people have not gotten paid in 3 months, you're acting like you're from Mars. You don't know anything about Liberia. Come on, Liberian family structure. In a family of 23, because most men marry 4, 5, 6, 7 wives. Family of 23, maybe 2 or 3 college education. The rest of it hanging on those 2 or 3. And the rest of the people, the fact that they don't have college education does not stop them from having kids. So the 3 siblings who are college educated, getting a little bit of money from the government, they also have trees, root that they have to feed. because they have siblings. The siblings have kids. Oh, uncle gonna send or auntie gonna send us money so we can buy a uniform for you. These people, judges, have not gotten paid in 3 months. Do you know how many other Liberians depend on these people for their daily bread? And you say they have not gotten paid in 3 months. It goes down the line. It affects the people's ability to purchase. Now, let me show you again. The people that are not getting paid, they don't get money to go buy. And if they're not buying, the people who's supposed to go and import the stuff that they're buying, they can't import them because nobody buying the old one for them to go get a new one. They're not paying taxes. You see how the thing come back to hurt, and then then you keep going into that same bucket. No money coming in that bucket, but you're taking money out. You think money gonna go there by itself? This, my brothers and sisters, is what we face with. Let me put this up. Give me a call here, 916-533-2048. Let me make, okay, we're connected. All right. Samson told LeBron Public Radio, let me put this up, and if you can give me a call, that's fine. If not, I can't do that. I can do this. If not, we'll continue to talk here until 15, 20 minutes, we'll be out of here. Samson told LeBron Public Radio, be while I'm waiting for a call. Let me just make myself. Let me play a little music here.
Anganembeyo, kali borusu kuona veriyo. Oji besayo, lokolo borusu kuona veriyo. Anganembeyo, kali borusu kuona veriyo. Anganembeyo, lokolo borusu kuona veriyo. Anganembeyo, duro tape makuria, kwa ya seba. Onana ayama lokolo mwane sikolo mwa yepoza ne kriku ya mureu. Lokolo toriye borusu ku. Tuku ogere yo, omoya lokolo biete so lori tidoro.
Okay, people are saying that I have echo. I can hear the echo, but I really don't know why I'm having the echo here tonight. But oh, wow. I bet you're probably not going to hear after this. Okay. All right. Most likely, it should be gone. No, it's still there. All right. While people are waiting for the phone call, let me try and find out where the echo is coming from. Why am I getting this echo? Think about it, Samson. Think about it. Okay. Echo. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. Yeah, I can hear myself. So let me see. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. Okay. I come to do some drastic thing. I might not be. When I do this, if anything happens, I might not be coming back on. So, but I have to find out what to do is. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. Okay, Samson told LeBron Public Radio. Okay, you can't hear me now. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. Okay, I know you can't hear me because I've already tried to take that out. Okay, let's try again. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. Okay, do I still have echo? Speaking. Okay, let's see. I'm back. I should be back. Okay, let's see. Okay. I should have done that a long time ago, folks. I'm sorry about that. What we're doing now. Mr. So, do we still have echo? I don't think so. Okay. So don't just watch. Give me a call. My number is over there now, folks. Don't just watch. Give me a call and express yourself. Okay. Okay, Sam Sinto, Labrador Power Radios. I know the echo is gone, I think. Okay. All right, let me go on to a few other things here. Few other things. Okay, as we continue to talk about our country. To be honest with you, folks, again tomorrow I'm going to have Armo JJ Dennis here with us here tomorrow, and as soon as I get off the line here, I will start preparing myself for that. Which of course I'm not too sure whether he's going to go into the main studio tomorrow or he's going to be at another studio. We don't know yet. Okay. So. Okay. If you think what I studied here tonight, if it's not quite correct, or even if it doesn't sit down well with you, give me a call. Christopher Tabaxi, for some reason, you're taking this politics as though it's a war, literally war, and it's not. You're fighting over an idea, wrestling over an ideas. You have these type of writing that you continue to do here, Christopher Tabaxi. They are not going to convince people to come to see your light. Your job as an educated person is to convince people to see your reasoning, your line of reasoning. Let me just read something here. You see what the opposition is doing to us as an act of war? This is a radio media warfare. This is intellectual warfare. Folks, this is a digital era. Wake up, sedition. We cannot allow, what are you saying? Okay, we cannot allow ourselves to be defeated in the social media revolutionary warfare. Think about it. Let me read another one. That's Christopher Tabaxi, folks. He think he's fighting a war. Liberia. I strongly believe in the winner in Liberia. And this is he's a very young person. And this person, as he's educating himself, and most likely he's going to go to Liberia, and you're going to face him. Look at just listen to his thinking. And this is a person that most likely you're going to face tomorrow in Liberia. Okay, I strongly believe in the winner take all electoral system, the act of rewarding political institution and its policy. Now, after that being said, I also with strong conviction, don't believe in any government of inclusion. I love this, young man. I think it is determined to be to good governing. In conclusion, I am encouraging President Weah and the ruling party to rearrange, in other words, reshuffle the government as quickly as possible. Tell us, Christopher, don't try to sugarcoat it. In other words, reshuffle the government, bring in all sedition, nobody else. If you're not CDC, man, get out. Ooh, I almost fall down. But anyway, this is what Christopher Tabaxi has written, and the point that I'm not trying to make him my show here. I'm just thought that I read it, because if these kinds of things is somebody who is educating himself and getting, and most likely going to end up in Liberia politics and have these kinds of thinking, and these kinds of thinking will not serve any of us, let alone serve him anyway. But I know very well that once he gets to Liberia and start getting involved in the Liberian politics, his tone of voice is going to change. There's no question asked. So, all right, folks, let me go back to something else. I think it's Friday. It's Friday, but I'm not going to stay here all day. So let's do this. welcome, folks. Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio.
Anganembeyo, kaliye borusu kuona veriyo. Ojibesayo, lokolo borusu kuona veriyo.
You're live on LIBERIA Public Radio. Mr. Francis Yonso. How are you doing, sir? So you're live on LIBERIA Public Radio. How are you doing? Mr. So.
I'm currently I'm not hearing what you say.
Where you say you are? You in Burkina Faso?
I'm currently in Burkina Faso in the special summer.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, that's my boss. Okay, I'm just trying to test my new equipment here again, just to make sure it's working. But thank you very much for being a support. Thank you for answering. We appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.
All right, folks. Again, Samson to LIBERIA Public. I just got one other new stuff here that I'm connecting my stuff with, and it's working. I just tested that through Mr. Soul, and I think it's working. Okay. So anyhow, let me go ahead and call it quit for the night. I think the point is well taken. I think brothers and sisters, those of you that have been watching, we want to thank you very much. We want to thank you very much for your continued support of LIBERIA Public Radio. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Friday evening, of course. Let's do a little music and we'll be out of here. Anyway, let's listen. I want to thank all of you again for listening and tuning into LIBERIA Public Radio. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. We say thank you very much. We appreciate it. We are now going to take a leave of you, but first, before we do that, please tune in tomorrow, Saturday morning. We're going to have Mr. J.J. Dennis with us here, be our guest and talk about the upcoming convention, the Boston District Association Convention, slated for Iowa. And I think we're all going to be there to support our district. So those of you that are from Boston District, and even if you're not from Boston District, we ask you to please join us to support the district. This is a worthy cause. We're trying to get things going, the school building and everything else under the leadership of J.J. Dennis. So again, this is Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. I say good night to all of you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Let's have fun and let's do it again. Good night, folks.
Anganembeyo, kaliye borusu kuona veriyo. Ojibesayo, Lokoro Bolusu, Ona Verio. Angane Mayo, Kaye Bolusu, Ona Verio. Angane May, Lokoro Bolusu, Ona Verio. Angane May, Duro Makuria, Wapaya Sava. Onana Ayama, Lokoro Mani, Sigurama, Yapozani, Kripuya Moreu. Lokoro Torie Bolusu. Suku Ogereo, Amaya, Lokoro Gete, Doro. Angane Mayo, Kaye Bolusu, Ona Verio. Ojibesayo, Lokoro Bolusu, Ona Verio. Angane Mayo, Kaye Bolusu, Ona Verio. Angane Mayo, Lokoro Bolusu, Ona Verio. Angane Mayo, Duro Makuria, Wapaya Sava. Onana Ayama, Lokoro Mani, Sigurama, Yapozani, Kripuya Moreu.